Live in high definition from the CBS 4 studios, this is CBS 4 Daybreak.
Next on CBS 4 Daybreak, secret recordings and a new tell-all book about life in the White House.
General Kelly came to me and said that you guys wanted me to leave.
No, nobody even told me about it.
Omarosa Manigault Newman secretly recorded several conversations during her time as a White House aide, and her new tell-all book about life in the White House is coming out today. What else she may have recorded and what she has to say about it all. A lot happening there, huh, Nate?
Good morning. Thank you so much for choosing CBS 4 Daybreak.
I'm Kflores.
And I'm Nate Barrett.
Now, we are following some developing news out of London this morning. Metropolitan Police say a man drove his car into several cyclists and pedestrians. You can see that active scene here now as they're blocking it off. This before crashing into several barriers in Parliament Square. So far, only minor injuries have been reported, and Metropolitan Police say they are treating this incident as a terror attack. This happened just hours ago. They have arrested the driver. They say he will be charged with suspicion of terrorist offenses.
And now to today's big local story. We are expected to learn more information this morning about a parent that was killed at a West El Paso elementary school. She was hit by an elderly driver in a parking lot. The chief of the El Paso School District Police says it is believed that the driver in this crash mistakenly hit the gas as he was backing out of a parking space at Tippin Elementary. 3 students have also been taken to the hospital. Police say the driver was disorientated but did not go into details.
We'll work through.
The district says it will release more information about the deadly crash later this morning at school headquarters.
Nate, as teachers and students head into school following this deadly crash, there's a lot more police presence at the school this morning, and the El Paso district released this statement saying, quote, "We are deeply saddened by the death of a parent." It goes on to say, quote, "Counselors are available for staff and students who witnessed this accident." And you know, it is the second day of school for thousands of students. We've been talking about how excited we were with back to school. Amanda, the kiddos need to prepare for the heat though.
They really do. H2O is #1 when going outdoors, especially when they're transferring, recess. A lot of times they're running back and forth to and from class.
PE was my favorite.
Yes, PE is my favorite subject too. And then lunch. Lunch is #2 always. But they have to keep in mind that it's going to be very hot really all across the board. Let's go ahead and take a look at those current temperatures right now. All across the board, we are seeing that influx of temperatures at this hour.
Thanks, Amanda. Now we're taking a look at your top stories this morning from around the country. Flood alerts are in effect in parts of Pennsylvania and New Jersey following several days of rainstorms. Crews and boats can be seen here who are going door to door to rescue people from flooded homes. And this is video of a rescue outside of Philadelphia as a 12-year-old boy was pulled to safety from the middle of a raging river. Now that's where he was stranded amongst a pile of branches. Our forecaster Amanda Guillen will have more on how rain will continue to impact that area and when they could see some relief later in the show. A New Mexico judge denied prosecutors' request to detain 2 men and 3 women who were arrested at a remote compound. Their bond was set at $20,000 each, and prosecutors say defendants were training nearly a dozen children to use firearms for an anti-government mission. Authorities also found the remains of a small disabled boy who was the son of one of the defendants. And the Florida man who shot and killed another man outside of a convenience store last month may be arraigned in court today. Michael Draka was arrested Monday and charged with manslaughter for the death of 28-year-old Marquise McLaughlin. The local sheriff originally did not arrest Draka, citing Florida's, quote, "stand your ground" law. In political news, voters are heading to the polls in primary elections across the country. In Wisconsin, several candidates are competing to replace Speaker Paul Ryan, who announced he would not run in the 2018 midterm elections.
A new book detailing life inside the White House is being released today. This as President Trump continues to publicly discredit its author, his former advisor, Omarosa. John Shumo has the latest.
In ongoing political news, the prosecution arrested its case Monday afternoon in the trial of former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort. Now, this after 10 days of testimony from 27 witnesses. The defense has not said if it will call any witnesses to the stand. Manafort has pleaded not guilty to 18 tax and banking crimes. A bank official testified yesterday that the Federal Savings Bank gave Manafort $16 million in loans and knew he had lied about his financial situation before the loans were approved by the bank's chairman. He said the bank lost nearly $12 million on the loans. We're also following developing news as the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, is in critical condition this morning. She is now reportedly in hospice care at her Detroit home. The 76-year-old has battled numerous health problems throughout the years, including being treated for pancreatic cancer since 2011. And because of her health, she said she'd be retiring from concerts in 2017. We'll continue to update you on her condition as more information becomes available. Airport improvements are coming our way.
Why it's about to get a lot brighter at the El Paso International Airport.
And some Eastsiders had an interruption to their gas service. What happened underground that caused the gas leak? Amanda?
Some changes in our atmosphere could lead to some health risks. I'll go ahead and detail all of that coming up after the break. You're watching CBS 4 Daybreak, on your side.
People make fun of me when I say that these temperatures are hot for me, Amanda. I'm not a fan of the summer heat anymore.
No.
I'm ready for more rain because we didn't see enough on the weekend.
No, I agree, and you're in luck, Candlelight, because
Yes.
we are going to see rain.
Okay.
Enjoy, just suffer through, just give me
These next
24
couple
hours.
of days?
Yeah,
Okay,
24
all right.
hours, 24 hours.
My
Well,
car really needs a wash.
Okay, well, Mother Nature can go ahead and wash that for you. Just make sure you're ready with the rag, with the rain. You can just go ahead and wash it. It's going to be great.
Thanks, Amanda. Well, taking it to the streets.
The streetcars are zooming around downtown today, but they're not taking any passengers just yet. What crews are doing today is coming up next on CBS 4 Daybreak, on your side. Fort Bliss is hosting a hiring fair this week as part of their employment readiness program. More than 80 employers will all meet on Thursday to hire transitioning soldiers, family members, and retirees. Now, the Fort Bliss hiring fair will be on Thursday, starting at 9 a.m. at the Centennial Banquet and Conference Center on Fort Bliss. There will be on-the-spot interviews, so you want to make sure to dress to impress.
Well, voters in Las Cruces have about 1 week to vote in the city's Go Bond election. The deadline to turn in your ballot is August 21st. There are 4 items on the $30 million bond, all geared toward enhancing projects for the community. If you're mailing your ballot, the city says you have until Wednesday to make sure it gets in on time. After that, voters will have to turn it in person to make sure it gets counted. Well, this morning, the streetcar is about to start day 2 of daytime testing. This is an effort to get the operators certified, but also to give everyone a chance to get used to seeing the streetcars before they become operational. Right now, no passengers are getting a ride since it's only for training. Sun Metro says right now they're sticking with the downtown loop.
Every time I fly out, I see changes, and more renovations for the El Paso International Airport are now underway. This time, the airport hosted a groundbreaking ceremony for a lighting and landscape project. It includes new lighting, sidewalks, walkways, and a new plaza. The plaza will connect the terminal building to other businesses around the area. My new favorite area is the doggy areas, I have to tell you. But this project will be funded by private money and is expected to be done by the fall of 2019. And CBS 4 has confirmed that all the homes that went through a gas outage last week finally have service again. Dozens of people went without natural gas for nearly a week. And according to El Paso Water, a gas line and a water line in the Vista del Sol and Lomaland area were actually touching underground. That caused the water line to corrode and leak into the gas line. Texas Gas Service says it has been to each home and business to restore the service. Workers left contact information for people who weren't at home at the time they visited. President Trump greenlighted a $700 billion defense bill, and some companies will get a big boost because of it. Some American planes will also be getting a better in-flight Wi-Fi. Jane King is at the NASDAQ with those stories and more in today's Texas Business Report.
And Amanda, a final check at our 7-day forecast, hoping for for those rain showers.
And you're in luck because we're seeing them tomorrow, and really they're going to last. So you've been asking for them, and well, you got them. They're going to stay and last until next work week.
Well, people think that because we're seeing the heat that we're out of monsoon season, and we're not.
That's not the case. Candlelight is very right, and we're going to stay in monsoon season for, again, at least next 7 days and really well into next month. But if we take a look right now, a 20% chance for tomorrow, and then a 20% chance by next Monday.
Perfect. Thanks, Amanda. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on CBS 4 Daybreak.
Grab your umbrellas. Now for updates through the day, check CBS4local.com. We'll be back at noon with CBS 4 at noon.